I'm Ryan Rhodes. I'm from the Outer Banks, North Carolina. Grew up here, a lifelong fisherman. I'd like to share a little bit with you about fishing here in the town of Kitty Hawk. Fishing in a kayak allows you to be really stealth and sneak up and be quiet on fish that may be shook by a boat motor. I personally like fishing in a kayak out of convenience based on the fact that I can throw my kayak out of the car and get in the water and be fishing right then. I don't have to put gas in the gas tank or anything. I just have to depend on my body and my energy to get me from here to there. Your main targeted species are trout, puppy drum, flounder, and striper, along with several other fish. Fishing out of a kayak could be as simple as fishing with a bottom rig with bait, or you can use jigs, hard baits, and several things that you would use maybe in a pond for bass fishing will work in our sound. I would recommend a 6 to 7 foot medium heavy rod. It's a very versatile rod and it can handle small fish to a large fish. I'd like to bring a landing net, and I definitely like to have my personal flotation device for safety. Wearing a life jacket is critical. A lot of people don't know that we have some decent freshwater fishing. You can fish for crappie, bluegill, largemouth bass, and several other species at Sandy Run Park and several other freshwater fishing spots. I would say when you're freshwater fishing, you might want to stop by a local tackle shop, ask them to help, get some bait, and you can also use soft baits and a bobber, just like you did when you were a little kid. So obviously, one of the more popular ways of fishing in the town of Kitty Hawk would be fishing from the beach or fishing from the pier. When you're going to ocean fish, you're going to want to pay attention to winds and tides. Fish like to be here early in the morning and late in the evenings. Early bird does catch the worm. On the beach, you're going to use larger rods for bait fishing, or you're going to use the same 7 foot medium heavy that I would use pretty much anywhere I go, inshore or on the beach. If you're not into baiting and weighting, you can fish a hard bait or you can fish a jig. Pier fishing allows you to fish for some species that you couldn't get from shore, such as cobia and some of the larger species that will occasionally come inshore. Before you go fishing, I would recommend that you go to a local tackle shop and ask them for a copy of the limits and size of the fish you're allowed to keep here. I try to ask them for some of the freshest bait. I would get a simple bottom rig, maybe a 2 to 3 ounce weight to throw on that bottom rig, cast it out there, get a chair and relax, and wait for the fish. Out here you're going to catch similar species that you would in our sounds. Here in the town of Kitty Hawk, we have multiple opportunities to fish, whether you're in the sound or on the pier or on the beach. It's a great activity, great way to catch dinner. It's also a great way to spend time, valuable time with your family members.